name is Linda and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share my top 10 wishlist plants for 2020. At the moment, I have to say, because we all know that these kind of lists are ever changing. So yeah, top 10 at the moment. So I have categorized my top 10 into their species, so they will not be in any particular order per se. With that said, the first plant I am going to talk about is my number one wishlist plant for 2020. And if you have been watching my previous videos, you might already know which one I'm talking about. My number one wishlist plant for 2020 is none other than the queen herself, the Queen Anthurium, or Anthurium WAROCQUEANUM. WAROCQUEANUM. Well, yeah, the Queen Anthurium. The type of queen specifically that I'm looking for is the dark form, because I really like how dark those green velvet leaves are, and then in contrast to the veining in them. What I also like about the Queen Anthurium is the shape of their leaves. I want to have a lot of different shapes and colors and sizes for my plants, and I feel like I don't have a plant yet with those kind of leaves that the Queen Anthurium has. So I really want to get a hold of that one this year, because I've been wanting one of those for a good part of last year. But I've been kind of afraid of anthuriums in general, because I've heard they are quite fussy, and I also know that they can be quite expensive, so that has put me off purchasing anymore and collecting anymore into the plants I already have. But I feel like I have done my research now, and I feel a bit more confident in my ability to care for them and hopefully not kill them. I have been watching a lot of care videos for anthuriums in particular. Oops, sorry. The most recent video that I watched was a care video for the Queen Anthurium. I found that video really helpful, and I like that he was not that he made it sound quite easy to take care of that particular plant, and that made me a bit more confident in my ability to hopefully care for it. So I will link the videos that I've seen down below in the description of Anthurium care, and if you also want to get anthuriums this year, please just have a watch, because I found them very informative and helpful, and yeah, they were really good. So the next anthurium on my list is, of course, then the King Anthurium, because I can't have the queen without the king. Yeah, that's just how it is. And I've heard that the king is a bit less fussy and a bit easier to care for, and we all like that. So we'll see how that really is if I get a hold of one this year. But what I really like about that plant is the leaf texture. I mean, those abs, come on. It's it's just so unreal. Yeah, they are very peculiar looking, and I just want to touch it. But I want to get a juvenile form, because I really want to be able to see those leaves grow and mature into those long shapes and sizes that they can get. And I would really want to watch that process. So the third and last Anthurium on my wish list is the Anthurium crystallinum. I really like the look of this plant, and the leaves are very striking, with that like dark green to bright green color, and then you have that very beautiful shimmery veining that just pops against the darker green on the leaves. And yeah, I really like how that looks. I know there are a lot of crystallinum hybrids out there, so I'm not really sure if I can get a hold of like a pure crystallinum or something like that, but I do like the look of many of those hybrids, so hopefully I can get a hold of some variety of that plant this year. I would like to get a small site because I really like how freaking cute they are when they are so small. I mean, look at it. It's just, oh, they are so cute. So I'm definitely getting a small crystallinum if I can get a hold of one. So, moving on from anthuriums into the amazing world of philodendrons. I like philodendrons. I think philodendrons are the species that I love most, but I feel like anthuriums is definitely catching up on that #1 spot. The first philodendron on my wish list is the philodendron PASTAZANUM. I think that's how you say it. I really like this, the leaves on this plant. It's the perfect heart shape, and I really like the texture, how it looks like it's like a lot of ridges and like hills and valleys along the leaf. I don't know if there is a scientific name for that particular texture, but anyway, I really like the look of this one. And as with this one, I also want to touch it and like feel it and yeah, just marvel at it because it's really gorgeous. And I have a feeling that this plant is a fast grower, so I'm looking for a small one for this one as well, just because I don't have the room for it. And if it grows as fast as my gloriosum does, this beautiful baby, yeah, if it grows as fast as my gloriosum, I definitely want a small plant, because this one is grown like weed. So the next philodendron on my wish list is the philodendron SODIROI. I love these leaves with their like silvery shimmery variegation. It's to die for. It looks a lot like the Brandtyanum and also a bit like the Meow, two plants that I already have. But I really want to get this one as well because it's a beautiful plant, and I really want to see those shimmery leaves up close. And yeah, I would love to add it to my collection. So the third philodendron on my wish list is the philodendron VARIEGATA melanochrysum hybrid. And now this plant has some amazing velvety goodness going on. I mean, oh my god, I want to touch it! And their coloring is gorgeous in their different shades of green, and that veining is so striking and beautiful. So yeah, I really want to get a hold of this one. I don't know how easy that one is to find in Sweden, so we'll see. And now we have come to the last philodendron on my list, and that is the philodendron glorious, the hybrid of gloriosum and melanochrysum. And I really like how this one looks, and I love how you can easily see the like plant parent in it. It got the darker green from the melanochrysum, but then you have the like more white veining of the gloriosum, and the shape of the leaves also like looks a bit different depending on its age in the beginning. Like when they are more young, they look more like the gloriosum with the more like a heart shape, but then as it grows into more of this like more taller, narrower version, more like the melanochrysum leaf. And I find that like shift very interesting, so I would really like to get one of those and yeah, just watch it grow. So that was it of the philodendrons on my wish list. We still have 3 more plants left to talk about, and 2 of them I actually already have in my collection. I've been really drawn to big plants recently, and not every plant, just like a couple or a few big plants to put in my house, and just like a really statement piece, because I really like the look of a big beautiful plant. It just like sucks you right in. So for my number 8 wishlist plant for 2020, I want a big variegated Monstera. And by big, I mean at least 1.5 meters tall. I know they are expensive, but I really want to get one. And I already have the perfect spot for it. Yeah, I just really love the look of them when they are big. I know I already have a small one, but let's face it, I'm really too impatient for that one to grow, because that will take years. And I want a big and full plant like right now. I really hope that I can get hold of one this year, and that I don't have to pay a fortune for it. So the next one on my wish list is also a plant that I already have and love, but the one I have right now is a 4-leaf cutting, and I want a big and lush one, and that is the HOYA POLYNEURA. As I said, I already got one, but I want a big one, and I know where to get one, and I'm hoping that I will get one quite soon, if possible. So fingers crossed for that. And as the same with that one, I already have the perfect spot for it, and I just love the look of them. Those leaves are so unreal. I don't know how to explain it, but because yeah, those leaves are so beautiful, so beautiful. And I keep staring at my plant that I already have, and yeah, those leaves, I can't get enough of them, and I really want to see a full and beautiful plant full of those beautiful leaves. Oh. Last but not least, on my top 10 wishlist plants for 2020 is the booby cactus. I just want to get it because it's just such a fun and unique plant. It's just so hilarious that I just need one. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce the scientific name, because that's a mouthful and a tongue twister, and I'm not even gonna try. Since it is a cactus, I'm hoping that it's a bit more low maintenance than the other types of plants that's on my wish list, so I don't need to worry as much about that one surviving or not, because it's a cactus, and hopefully I know how to keep it alive. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know if you also have any of these plants on your wish list, or if there are any other plants that I should add to my wish list. I know I have a lot more plants that I didn't mention this time around. And it was a hard call, but these are my top 10 at the moment. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you next time. Bye!